ワム目覚めたまえ我が主たちよ
Boys and girls, I'm TheFlyingTeaCup, and I bet you didn't expect this. Or if you did, then this is really awkward. Either way, let's talk AWOL. AWOL is a tactical ability that allows the user to deploy a pilot-sized particle shield that will block incoming damage and amplify outgoing bullet damage. Once deployed, it cannot be picked up and must be deployed until the timer runs out. If enough damage is inflicted on the shield, it will be destroyed, though this will not change the deployment timer. After the timer has been completely drained, the ability will be put on cooldown until it can be redeployed. Once the shield has been deployed, any player can use it no matter what team they're on. The same goes for dealing damage on the shield itself.
That thing would never protect you, it's downright puny.
Trust me, it's fine.
See, it is too small.
Not if I crouch down. I mean, you didn't even give me a chance to crouch down. See? Down here, I am perfectly
exposed.
Oh boy, I can't wait to get TCUP carrying to AWOL. My god, I hate those little shits. They're all in the camp, and that's total bullshit.
If you mention AWOL to a Titanfall player, they will most likely stare you down and ask who the fuck dropped you as a child. But the fact is they most likely haven't met someone who actually uses AWOL for other things than just camping.
Hey, who ordered a fucking pizza?
I know a lot of people complain about AWOL being OP and promotes camping, in which I agree to a certain extent. Remember this, if you use Cloak and Fire, it will start the cooldown immediately. The same goes for Stim when you start Rodeo or Titan. But you know what? AWOL has none of those privileges. If you put it down, then you're on your own. You can't pick it up again, and the only way to get it back is to wait until the deployment time is over, and even after that, you have to wait for the cooldown to go. But something that is even more frustrating is that depending on what angle the surface is tilted, the shield will tilt as well. And not only that, some surfaces are not even AWOL supported. Yes, you heard me, not AWOL supported. Take this roof of this building on Blackwater. It just straight up disappears. What the f? After some investigation, I realized that this isn't the only part of the map that this happens. The Gravity Stars bounces off as well. So I tried a few more rooftops with the Gravity Star and AWOL in a private match, which helped quite a lot. But what the fuck? On this roof, the Gravity Star bounces, but the AWOL can still be deployed. So the bug isn't even consistent. Why does this only happen on Blackwater? I don't know. You know, something quite interesting with the AWOL pilots is that they have the most eyes, yet still you can only see the things that are on the other side of the shield and not everything around it. Which can sometimes be to your advantage. Let me explain. One of the strongest advantages is others' assumptions. But you can outsmart them by just repositioning when they get behind the shield and then shoot them down.
What a sharpshooter!
Remember that AWOL is literally a shield. It's meant to be a bullet sponge so you can harass Titans from across the map or bait them by standing just out in the open. Well, son, this town ain't big enough for the both of us.
Hostile pilot detected, aiming to destroy.
It's a great move. Now take it down. Titan is ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
A really common misconception a lot of people have is that AWOL has an immense amount of health and it's not even worth shooting at. And in some cases, yes, running down an AWOL pilot in a corridor might be a caveman solution, but honestly, other than that, it's actually very vulnerable. A full mag of pretty much any pilot assault rifle can take it down, Scorched Thermite Launcher can burn it up in one shot, and Leech's Predator Cannon can take it down pretty quickly as well. But just to clear things up, AWOL has more health than hardcover. The difference is just so small that it's barely noticeable. But not only that, hardcover is both bigger and wider than AWOL. While they're not the same size as beyond me. The soft hardcover has over AWOL is that when it's about to be destroyed, it turns more and more red. AWOL is orange all the time, so you have no idea when it will go down. I'm having so much fun. What are you doing? This is my wall. You mean our wall? Though with that said, remember that all incoming damage affects both of them. And I mean all damage, even your own damn team. And even though a lot of people hate AWOL just because you can camp with it, it's even more terrifying use as a temporary bullet immunity.
Today, I am a god!
Okay, so imagine the scene. You're running through the corridors on Rise, and suddenly you hear one of these sounds. What do? Well, the same thing you do when you hear your parents pull up on the driveway and you remember that you didn't put the chicken in the microwave. Prepare for imminent death. But with AWOL, that's not the case. If you manage to put up the shield in time, you can actually turn a bad situation into a mega kill. Or even better.
Pizza time.
Okay, so what do I really think of AWOL? Well, after playing with it for some time, I realized that even though people generally camp with it, it's better utilized as a temporary bullet sponge. If you look at this clip right here, this guy is using your casual stomping and harassing loadout, a car and grapple. But as you can see, as soon as he lands on the ground, I managed to put out my AWOL, and I completely turned the tide of the fight, coming out on top. This is why I really can't say that AWOL is bluntly awful, because it's not. When used as a camping device, sure, I agree, that's when it becomes a pile of shit to fight against. But using AWOL aggressively, stopping hit scan weapons dead in their tracks, is what makes it such a wonderful ability. To be honest, what kind of burned me out on Titanfall a few months ago were the overwhelming amount of people that was running cars, Spitfires and alternators, and the just complete inability to defend yourself when you were the first being attacked. AWOL really takes care of you, and it's generally fun to play with if you do it the way that people don't expect you to. Something I think could force people to use AWOL more effectively and avoid camping would be the ability to have the wall tracking you, like these grunts in the campaign do. That if someone shoots at you, the deployment time would go down faster and eventually disappear. I think if you had the ability to take it up and down on command, it would make it more effective to use as a damage reflector instead of a camping tool. And if the shield breaks and has been used for the total deployment time, you cannot use it until the cooldown is over. So what do you think of AWOL? Have you tried it yourself, or would you like to try it now after seeing this video? Leave a comment and tell me. And as always, thank you for watching and take care.